I'm going to go to the run the trash crowd here. Yeah, this guy looks like he's picking stuff. I just seen the guy with the pickup and the trailer just passed me. So we're off to a great start once again. So, well, at least I know the one guy is a confirmed scrapper. I'm assuming that guy is too, or he just saw something he wanted, and he just happens to drive a pickup truck. But like I said, the other guy with the trailer, not what I want to see. So, are we gonna once again have to skip this neighborhood? And, cop going hot. I didn't hear anything on the scanner. Anyways, is this once again a case of where we're gonna have to skip this neighborhood, jump to the next one, and then come back? I'm thinking actually I probably should do that. I probably should skip the neighborhood and go to the other one. Because assuming he's halfway done with this neighborhood, I'm assuming he probably started, is going the way that I am, but he'll be there first. And then go to the next neighborhood. So you know what, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to skip our neighborhood and jump to the next one right away. Do that switch up strategy again on jump neighborhoods and just see.
I want to find me to take the back up.
So, I think we'll do that. We'll just cruise down this street real quick and then just hop out of the neighborhood and go do the next part. And just try and get ahead of the competition. Since, like I said, not a great start to immediately see the competition. And of course, I waited a little bit. I was going to go out a little earlier, but then I remembered I never charged the light from last night. I mean, I didn't use it a ton, but still, tonight's a pretty big night, so I didn't want to not have a light at some point. So that delayed me and might cost me here. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to jump out of this neighborhood real quick and just skip over to the next one. Get a little bit ahead. I can always come back since it's my own neighborhood. Alright, let's go jump ship and go head to the next section. Another one, that glass plate. Ooh, no stick. Ooh, no stick. We might have got lucky. I think we actually got a brass one. Might be aluminum, but we'll see. Alright. We're on, well, this second real street. Oh, what is this building? How have I never noticed this? See, this is what happens when you go in at night. You don't notice things. It's like a church kind of looking building that I never noticed. I've noticed that quite a few times. I drive by a street in daytime and you notice things you've never seen before because you're going at night and you're looking. Generally, of course, I'm looking only at the curb line. I'm not looking up at the house. I'm just looking at the curbs. So you notice new stuff all the time, even though you drive in the same streets every week in the same order. So anyways, well, that's already paid off, at least, especially if that's brass. So I think we've made the right decision. I guess we'll have to keep going to find out. So, but so far, not too bad. Yeah, mostly fits. That works. That works. Rest of that is junk. Yeah, it's a little tight, but it works. Just have to watch my elbow. Alright, so not really a lot out here because we were kind of moving on to the next little part of this neighborhood. So, but I mean, you know, I guess it works. I mean, it really depends if he came from this way, which of course I have no real way of telling. It's possible, but of course I have no way to tell that, so I guess we'll just keep, so you just kind of gotta keep going. I haven't seen him yet, so, and I was, well, it's assuming he could have went through all of those streets in our neighborhood by the time I finish going through this little section, which probably not, especially if you're finding stuff, but I don't know. It just is gonna be is what it is. So keep going. What is that right there? The screen door. It's not very helpful. Alright. Let's keep going. Let's see. All right. That'll keep that lamp from moving. I'm surprised I haven't broke the glass out of it yet. Thing is just rolling around back there. Alright, well, finding a few things here and there, but nothing spectacular. I mean, if that's a cat, that's spectacular, but I highly doubt it. Just some other part of the muffler that's, you know, not the valuable part. So, we're just about done with this, the second major neighborhood stretch here, and getting into, the third section of this area. Ooh, that cart would actually be nice. It's one of the plastic carts like I have, but it also had junk in it. Another one of those would be nice to have because mine's full of freaking rocks at the moment. From when we did the dirt for the driveway. We had, the dirt we got was fill dirt and it was full of rocks. So, we screened out a bunch of the rocks and kept them separate, and then James ended up, to get them out of the driveway, put them in my cart, and then they just haven't been dumped out of it yet. They're just still sitting there, which is quite annoying because would like to use my cart. I used it quite often. So I gotta find somewhere to dump those stupid ass rocks. Get them out of my way. So anyways, let's keep moving. I'm trying to think if that cart would even fit in my truck. I think it would. I don't know. Just keep moving. Now I feel like there's a mosquito in here. Something's hitting my legs. Feels like there's a damn mosquito in here. I surely hope not. No. Off the edge. Oh. And it whacked out. Alright, useless GoPro. Piece of junk. That fit. Nope, that thing's clapped. Shovel's good though. Zip it over there. Oh, shut up. No, probably wasn't a light fixture. Just the hose. Oops. Well, there's a reason they threw it out. That whole bottom, I don't know if you could tell, is blown out. Completely toast, so. Nope, that's not happening. Oh, there's a damn sink right there. I didn't even see it the first time. Actually, what was that? That looked like a sump pump. Oh, what the hell. I'm gonna have to flip around. That's how that kind of looked like a sump pump over there. And then there's a sink right over there, like one house up that I didn't even see. Alright, so we gotta go over here, puppy turn, ignore the fact I was just on your street, and stopping again. Of course, there's a ton of cars right there, so I gotta find somewhere to park. That's gonna be the other thing. Alright. Ooh, get out of my way. Tesla, get out of my way. And of course, the lady's taking out her trash right across the street from where I parked, which is probably where I'm gonna have to repark. Where's that sump pump I saw? Oh no, it's not a sump pump, it's just some bricks. Yeah, it's right there. And of course, there's nowhere to park. Yeah, there's just. What a pain in my ass. So the only area to park is where it just was. I didn't see it. Alright. You know what? I don't really want to go back for a fourth time. Because you figure I already went up the street once. And then I had to come back to check that cart out again. And then I just swung back around and went by again. So I think I'll give it a minute before I swing back by again. We'll get out of this neighborhood. Go to the other section. Finish up here and then come back maybe. So I hate doing that, but like I said, I don't want to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So anyways, we'll move on. Okay, that's what it is. I couldn't tell what it was. Fast and the Furious. Yep. There he goes. Fast and the Furious, driving it like you stole it. They don't get too much of the Fast and the Furious in the town usually. Mostly they stick to Buffalo. Anyways. Whoop, clank, keep on going. So I ordered from WeatherTech because I ordered back floor mats. And actually, what am I doing? Yeah, what am I doing? You guys are distracting me. I should have made a turn at the intersection, not go straight. I was already down here. Whoops. Oh yeah, we can just turn here. That'll take me right to where I was. Right to where I need to be. So, anyways, I ordered a bumper protector thing they have where instead of just the mat you can fold over, the thing you can fold over your bumper, it's an actual like plastic piece that you can put on top of the bumper that I should have done from the beginning. It's a little late now that I've scratched the shit out of it, but what are you gonna do? It is what it is. So hopefully I can prevent future damage. And I ordered rear floor mats because I didn't when I originally bought floor mats. I figured, save the money, and no one really sits in the back. I don't really need them, except for they get dirty a lot because of stuff falling on them from above. So I ordered them, and like I said, the bumper protector. So alright, just about done with this. Yeah, this neighborhood. We're gonna move on to the next one. And there's a damn bug in here. At least one. Wonderful. Let's try and freeze them out again without freezing myself out. Alright, keep moving. There he is. Going, of course, to the neighborhood I'm going to. Well, I turned down the first street, so it's not gonna. We'll get some streets in ahead of him. Maybe, depends which way he's gonna end up going. It doesn't look like he has a lot, actually. But yeah, of course I run into him now. Never mind the whole other neighborhood that I just did. Of course, the last neighborhood I run into him. Dude, did you get off my ass? Holy hell. I can only go so fast. So, anyways, let's see if we can. Well, I'll say we'll beat him at least on these two streets here, and probably the next two is probably where we'll end up running into him. So, we'll see. Read my turn signal, dude. I'm like an ass. Where do we start? Alright, that's what I was hoping for. them or something. It weighs nothing. Stay put. These must be aluminum too. These weigh nothing. Yep. Inside of
Are you
the
gonna find two regular ones, or do you need another car?
I think I flipped around. Move off of that. I'm not sure it's gonna fit. Not sure these are gonna fit either. Oh, there he is. I wonder where he went. That's steel. There's empty. I'm trying to get some of that better stuff over there. What is that? Ooh, that's heavy. That inverter starter. Steel. Really? Take these. They're small enough. empty. Nothing. Nothing. Good enough. Alright, put that there. Someone else might grab it. Trailer guy might come back around. See if I left anything. Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock. Okay, good. I'm kind of making a little bit of noise, more than I'd like to make, but of course, I mean, half these houses are dark though. So yeah, definitely. But it's not like it's super late. I mean, it's 10 o'clock. Alright, I've been waiting for a score from that place. It's been a while. But that's the highlight of this route of this neighborhood. Luckily, like I said, I beat the other guy to it, so I'll take that for sure. Granted, now in the time that it took me to do that, he's probably ran through the whole rest of this neighborhood. That stuff. Just junk. Other paint stuff. Nothing good, just the paint rollers and crap. I don't know why you wouldn't just put that in your damn tote, but you know. What are you gonna do? Alright, so like I said, the other guy probably is now finished off this neighborhood, but we'll give it a quick tour, finish it off ourselves in case you missed anything, and then we'll head and do that new part that I added, and then we'll go finish our neighborhood off, and we'll call it a night so far. It ended up being a pretty good night. So let's see if we can keep that going, and see if he missed anything, because I'm assuming he did some of the neighborhood that I jumped to, where of course you're not going to find much, because I jumped over there. I'm assuming is what he was doing in the meantime before he came over to here where I am now, and then I'm assuming he's going to go do the rest of the neighborhood that I was just in, is what I'm assuming. So let's go find out. I'm hoping one of these little back kind of hidden streets he forgot about back here. That's my hope. On. Open. I think you missed that. Nice piece of aluminum. Let's clean up real easy. So it definitely looks like we're going to be doing 2 scrap trips tomorrow. Aluminum and shred, since we got quite a bit of aluminum tonight from that estate house. What I'm assuming is an estate clean out kind of deal. And then from just in general at the house, I got quite a bit of aluminum in the back. So we'll probably end up doing that tomorrow, both to get them out of there. At least 1 shred run. I'm hoping not to have to do 2, but you never know. I think I can fit it all in there. I haven't found that much from Thursday and Monday. It's not that much, so. And then tonight, not a ton either. So I should be able to fit it all in one load. We'll see. Alright, got our vacuum for the night. Oh, magnet go back here. Alright, that is it. Alright, let's head to that other section. Go hit our neighborhood. Let's see what we can find. See if we can find this house that's not on the ground. It was somewhere along here. I remember looking it up, I'm like, how did I miss that? It's a house that the foundation was completely shot on. So they raised it up to put in a new foundation. It's somewhere right in here. But of course I don't notice it because it's freaking dark out. But it's like, how do you miss it? Well, it's dark out. There's no street lights on this part of the street. So, I'm not sure if it's, I doubt it's still up now. They probably kind of put it back down, but it's a, like I said, it was a house that foundation walls are completely shot, all of them. So they had to redo them. So it was around here somewhere. I remember looking at Google Maps, I'm like, how did I miss it? It's right, oh, there it is. Oh yeah, it's still up there. Yeah, it's easier to see going the other way than this way. Yeah, no, it's still up in the air. It's pretty cool, because like I said, it's like the house itself is above its foundation. Oh, there's there's another competition. It's the pickup with the metal rack guy. He ain't gonna find much tonight, that's for sure. Unless the other guy's leaving stuff behind. There's another fridge remnant. But like I said, it's pretty cool. The house, like I said, it's like at least 4 feet in the air, probably more. Like I said, up in the air, completely floating. It's pretty cool. But anyways, we're gonna keep on going. Like I said, hoping to find something. Well, like I said, there's more competition there. I don't think he's gonna have a very good night tonight. I mean, I did see some other stuff. I did see like a washer or dryer somewhere, and like I said, there was some other scrap, and like I said, in that pile left some stuff, so maybe I'll find a couple things, but not, he's not having a home run night, that's for sure. Alright, let's go finish this up. Oh. That one's in there. 2 CRTs, have fun with them. Bed frames. I'm not sure if my microwave's gonna fit. I got a lot of room. Bed frames, grill, microwave. So if they'd come over here, I don't think most guys know this area exists. Here. Nesting in there. Is there a microwave in both boxes? Yes. Come on. Right there, that stinks. Nothing else. Well, I mean, the town's gotta stop there because of the grill anyways, but they might not notice the microwave, so we'll leave that one. That one stinks. I've got 30 on the side. I'm worried about roaches in that one. So we're not taking that. Alright.
16 possibly 724 Inglewood.
Okay, why not even have room to do our neighborhood? I'm kind of hoping the guys did clear it out because I don't got a lot of room. I mean, of course, I can always stop home and unload the truck some if I need to and come back, or get Dad's truck if I need to. So, not James. He's not gonna be home for a bit more. Got a screen. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was. Oh well. We'll live without it. So like I said, I kind of hoping they did kind of clean it out because I don't got much room here to take stuff. So, or at least leave me the good, something, you know, high quality. Of course, you know, that's the first thing anyone grabs. So probably just gonna be junk. All right, let's go bang out in this other neighborhood real quick. That'll probably fill me up, and then we'll, like I said, cruise our neighborhood. What the hell? Alright, there we go. Let's figure out how the hell it ran through. Alright, lamp. I'll take that, I guess. That. I'll be back to that. 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 Come back for that. I could have just parked right there. I mean, I didn't want to block the circle. Not that anyone's going to come down here. Nobody comes down here unless you live over here. Well, not that I really think I'd be in the way. Alright, these cords are something else. Get in there. Live without that. Alright. I'll live without those chairs. I've been wanting a full truck. I haven't had it in a while. Woo! Now we got it. Slipped on some gravel. Yeah, I've been wanting a full truckload. Haven't had one for weeks, and now we finally got one. And that's with competition too.
Just be advised. The female complainant calling 911 again.
But of course, with that, that's jumping ahead of them, and then coming to these areas that no one comes to. Everyone forgets these exist. Because these are kind of out of the way too. They're not like part of the main route. They kind of are out of the way, which is why I didn't go to them for a while. And then I decided, you know what, screw it. Let's add these in on the route. I'm glad I did, because these produce every week. It seems, because like I said, nobody comes over here. And there's something on that road too that I seen. I'm gonna check on the way out. But otherwise, we'll bang out these 2 streets real quick. Still don't quite know what I'm looking at, other than it's not gonna fit. This will though, this is aluminum. I think that's one of the car seats. Like I said, I don't quite know what I'm looking at, other than it's metal, but it's not fitting. So, well, like I said, there's stuff over here. Just gotta know to come over here. Alright, that was it. There's, like I said, there's a bike there. There's other scrap that's not happening. So, but there was one pile that I want to take another look at. Driving by, where was it? That's the other question. Wherever that was. Oh, there's that pile, but that's not it. Oh no, it's right there. No, that's a bunch of junk. And this pile looks very similar. There's something, I think, but that's not fitting. So, good enough. Anyways, we'll head to our neighborhood, and like I said, we'll probably have to stop at home, unload some junk at some point, and keep going. Why is it why? Is there 4 Swiffers? Oh, there's aluminum. I don't got room for that. Trade. I'll take them, I guess. All right. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. All right. And I originally drove past this pile and I was like, there's no way. It's probably looted already. Nope. So I don't know what everyone else is doing. That was easy loot. Easy loot. Didn't even go through the totes. Who knows what's in there? They're obviously remodeling it. I've seen a U-Haul U-Box in the back, so they're either moving in or out. I'm not sure. I don't remember that house being for sale. But it's possible. Because that's like the typical renovations you do. Those are obviously all the old bedroom lights that they're ripping out. That was in that manual bin. Those are obviously the old bedroom light fixtures. Like I said, that was probably in the kitchen somewhere. Probably like the bathroom one or whatever. So that'll definitely be a house to keep an eye on in the future. And then what's weird here is up here at the murder house, there's a pickup truck in the driveway, which is new. I said maybe it's the husband, I don't know. I'm not sure if bail was an option for murdering his wife. But who knows, maybe it's him. That'd be creepy if it is, but I mean, where else is he gonna go? So, anyways, we'll keep it moving. Well, that's a good sign. Good sign though that there's competition was sleeping when they came through here. That's some doodad over there. gas. This is a huge landfill. Alright, of course, battery picks a great time to die. I'm sure you didn't really get to see it. That was a huge pile of trash. That took up the entire front. Granted, the neighbor also, I see, put their trash out next door on like their side of it, so it made it look a little bigger than it was, but that was all garbage. There was nothing to that. It was half carpet, bags of junk, and then like yard waste, pretty much garden stuff. So like I said, nothing really there. Is that another fridge? Yup, but it's the actual fridge this time. Because I've seen multiple remnants of a fridge. You can tell it was there because you can see, you know, the drawers and all that are there. So you can tell it was a fridge. But that's an actual fridge that someone didn't grab yet. So, we'll just keep going, see if we can actually find something other than those two useless poles that I found. That you might have seen. Oh. Oh. I think I brought these. The hell, I've never seen one so thin. Where you're going? Piece of wire. Oop, that's a hole. That is junk, I guess. Yeah. Good enough. I think there's just boxes. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Just junk. There's a metal medicine cabinet and a piece of like metal roofing, but I ain't got room for that. Did I say you could play? That's just coax. Another plastic. Ooh, however. Oh, actually, never mind. Oh, I got excited. I can see the plastic. I mean, I was gonna say if it fits it ships, but it don't fit. Alright. I say if it would have fit back there, I would have taken it for the brass on the bottom, but it don't fit, it don't ship. You know, I got excited. Nope, that's a plastic faucet. Good thing I checked the threads. Of course, like I said, I really don't have anywhere to put it. So I tried putting it up here in the front seat with me. It would literally have to sit in the passenger seat because that's the only room I got other than that little bit of gap behind the back seat like you saw, but it don't fit, so we'll just leave it. Not a big deal. So I never did go back for that other faucet, and at this point I ain't going back, obviously, because that's far away at this point. So it just is. It is what it is. So there's something I wanted to look at again on this street. No, that's junk. I can tell, sort of. All right. Screen, Brandon. A little lower screen. Okay, that's what I saw. The lamp. Fit right down the middle. Oh, come on. Alright, you know what? Be difficult then. Is it gonna let me drive? It might not let me drive. Well, the light's on still. No, let me drive. I said, this is the last street. I'm not worried about it. Other than it'll be annoying because I won't have my backup camera to back in the driveway. But like I said, I'm on the last street. I don't care. I'm not gonna sit there and keep slamming it. But like I said, I think the little cover fell down. So I think that was the issue. There's a pile right here. Oh, yeah, this pile. What the hell is that thing? Something in a cabinet. I'll say. If I knew this neighbor and liked her, I'd take whatever this is and throw it over the fence. This home is literally right there. No, it's wood anyways. And so is that, so. Another one. Like I said, home's literally on the other side of the fence right there, so. There we go. That right there. No, alright, that's garbage. And I'm pretty sure that's just pizza boxes and that's just garbage up there. Another box. So. Alright. Alright, a very nice night. We haven't had one of these in a while. So, lots of aluminum, steel, no real brass, well, other than that light fixture maybe, that lamp we found at the beginning. I said if I would have went back for that faucet, we would have had that, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the scrap runs.